Hey, this is Skel with your dose of 80s goodness, Undercover, the show where we look at great VHS covers and check if they are true to the film they're trying to sell. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we check out something called Dobermann. Now, I know we're cheating a bit. This is a 90s flick and it's on Laserdisc, but I'm choosing to incorporate this movie in the selection as the main focus is on comparing film covers and the actual film. And look at that. Isn't this cover great? It seems to promise great badass action with a dash of old school exploitation sprinkled with late 90s Tarantino-like coolness. Let's take a look. Dobermann is a French film, that means we have to call it Dobermann, based on a book series and tells the story of a modern-day gentleman thief. Well, gentleman is not quite the word I would use for this hero, who can only be described as an agent of chaos. His main aim is to rob banks, together with his ragtag crew composed of his deaf girlfriend, a psychopath tennis player, a tank-like killing machine posing as a man, and an evil priest. During a series of heists, they meet their match with insane police inspector Christine, who will stop at nothing to catch his criminal prey. Much like the police inspector, this film is batshit crazy. We're going from one set piece to the next, and director Jan Kounen's crazy camera work turns this film into a purely sensory experience. And that's what we get here. We don't get a story, we get a sensational trip. When people refer to movies as roller coaster rides, this is it. Dobermann is what they mean. Literally, I know people who felt nauseous from motion sickness after seeing this film. Now, how does the cover compare to the film? Well, what you see is what you get. A totally badass exploitation-like action flick with dark comedy tones, and judging by the choice of color here, bright yellow and blue, a good portion of bad taste. The cover gets an 8 out of 10 as it shows exactly what this film is about and is intriguing enough to make people want to find out more. Nice job. The film, in my book, gets a 9 out of 10. Dobermann is brilliant French director Jan Kounen's first feature, and he really went all in on this one. Now, be warned, this film is very violent and needs to be viewed with caution. It's clear at the beginning of the film that we're dealing with a Tarantino-like dark action comedy, and the tone seems to shift as the movie progresses. At a certain point, the film tries to break so many taboos and push the envelope of what their heroes and villains are allowed to do that you are not really sure anymore if it's a comedy or just a bad taste action flick. For me, it's a bit of both, and I thoroughly enjoy Dobermann for what it is. A mindless rush, a totally irresponsible brat of a film. Now don't forget, do check out our regular animated series Skel Oree, where you can find out what video game characters from the 90s are up to today in the real world. Watch it on our YouTube channel, and we also have other shows about 80s, 90s flicks and retro video games. The link is in the description. Bam! Thanks for watching Undercover. I'm Skel and I bid you a very fond farewell.